Hello, my creative collective. So, we are here doing another reading, another set of readings. So, starting with Aries, of course. And this set of readings is for the new moon in Aries. I thought it would be really fun to do a spread about call to adventure, I suppose we could say. I feel like the Aries new moon is a great time for that. And call to adventure can mean many things. It can mean saying yes to dates. It can mean saying yes to business opportunities, to applying for jobs, to accepting job offers, right? Tons of different things that this can mean for us. So I thought it would be very fun and a little bit of a neat way to offer some more guidance for this Aries new moon. So let's dive right in, shall we? So I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Ooh, the energy is so good. The energy is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do this spread with the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. Um, so, Spirit, can you give me some call to adventure guidance for my Aries crew for this new moon? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, here we go. Aries, Aries, Aries. I hope your month has been starting off nice and tidy and fantastically well. And if it's not, then I hope it gets better, because it will. Will. Okay. Okay, this deck is very, very interesting to me. A little bit slippy, but that's fine. And slippy is a technical term, by the way. All right, so I am getting the impression that there are ways that you're meant to work with other people this month, and the ways that this energy, you can work with it regarding other people. I'm getting that you are kind of up in your head a chunk, you're up in your head a fair bit, and you may be resorting to kind of not ways of seeking information and getting information online that may, I'm thinking internet stalking. Like you may be looking at that as opposed to really just talking to people, as opposed to leaning into conversation, as opposed to really just following your what's peaceful to you, right? This looks a lot more harmonious to me than this does, right? So I am going to pull from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot here just to clarify. Nope, Smith-Waite Tarot. Okay. Sorry about the rattling. Here we go. Spirit, can I get some messages from a wonderful Aries collective for this energy, this call to adventure energy? This could be the call to adventure to leave behind old ways of thinking and to sort of take a kind of leap in the knowing that you have, and that there will be creative collaborations coming in. Or collaborations in general, partnerships, that kind of thing coming to you. So this can also be that you're kind of feeling overwhelmed and worried, and there's someone that's coming in for you to help really clarify what you need to do in your direction, right? So this is more of a stagnancy card, this Nine of Swords. It's a little bit of a stagnancy card. And this is some forward movement, but I feel like the Page of Swords is a bit distracted simultaneously. So you could just be kind of feeling twisted around, and there will be some clarity coming in, or someone coming in particular that's going to help you bridge ideas into action. Yeah, see, Knight of Pentacles. Spirit, can I get just some clarification here for my wonderful creative collective for this little bit of a call to adventure? This creative collaboration, I feel like there's ways that you're going to be working with people, Aries, or that you're meant to work with people. And it's going to help pull you out of your head, I think. Yeah, Page of Pentacles again. Wow. That's a message for someone for sure. Devil energy, kind of, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting from this that there's ways that you've kind of been uncertain in the past about working with other people, that you are moving past this energy. I think that you're moving past it. But this Three of Cups tells me that there's something to do with emotions relative to specific conflict that you may have experienced with others. It could be in particular an earth sign that is coming in to teach you these lessons, but the important thing is not to be defensive, right? Don't let mental conflict turn into actual like conflict in your life. And you may also need to use boundaries, and this is the call to use good boundaries when you're dealing with others, and that's what's going to keep things pretty clear for you on this way that you're kind of branching out and stepping out. I'm hearing stepping out of your comfort zone, outside of your comfort zone, which is a good place to be, right? It's very Fool energy. The Hierophant. And just so you know, I don't read reversals unless it comes out intuitively. Oftentimes it will. So it will come out in reverse if it's meant to internally. So there's a way that it's intuitively read. So the Hierophant. It could be that this is part of a higher learning. Higher learning, yeah. Higher learning. This is sort of like a 5D learning that you're taking on. I'm hearing that there's like a way that 3D and 5D education are blending together. It's outside of institutions, but it's something that's helping you to let go. So it could be that you're, digging into, and there's Aries season. It could be that there's a way that you've studied before, or there's something that you're studying that is going to help you to free you from this. It could be esoterically, it could be psychological, like it could be psychology books or things along those lines. Spirit, what else you got for me to clarify this call to adventure for Team Aries for this Aries new moon ongoing? Yeah, 9 of Cups. So it is something that, so to me, this says, this tells me that there is a lot of healing taking place. I think it's about moving past the perspective where you're holding on to these 10 of Swords, and it's sort of protected you in the past. And I think it's sort of almost like a way that you've operated, right? A sort of traditional way that you've held on to things to protect yourself. And that is, it hasn't really served you well. And I think that this is bringing in a greater sense of emotional fulfillment for you so that you can then work with others in greater harmony. And so that these 3 of Cups, these people coming in to help you, these helpers, this expansion of friend group, expansion of business network, expansion of creative network, it's all going to come together in service to you and bring a lot of balance and healing. But I think that this is about you stepping into a sense of emotional confidence, a confidence that you can do things for yourself emotionally, and that there's light at the end of the tunnel, is what came to mind. So Spirit, can you please clarify this just a little bit furthermore for my wonderful Aries collective? Thank you so much. They're called to adventure during this Aries new moon. This is actually really nice energy. I think that people are going to be figuring pretty prominently in your energy. Yeah, you kind of have to let go of the things that have happened in the past, and that's going to give you greater access to your inspiration. And not just your inspiration, but your passion, right? It's really hard to let people in if we're carrying burdens with us. It's hard to let opportunities in, to set ourselves free, really, if we're carrying all of this excess baggage. Yeah, excess baggage. And that's part of your journey, right? That's part of the journey that you're going on, or that you're in the middle of right now, or things that you are starting, right? You may be starting a project and it could be about one thing, but this is here to say it's ending up being about something else as well, right? It's related to something different. We often think, it's one thing. Like I think about this relative to A Course in Miracles. Like I'm upset about one thing, but then what ends up happening is I'm actually upset about a totally different thing. So that to me is kind of what this is. Like you're avoiding groups or other people because of the ways that you've been hurt and burned. Yeah, hurt and burned, but it's the time is now to let it go. The time is now. And this is something that's new for you, right? We think of releasing in terms of full moons, which is on the 16th. But I think that this is a new beginning for you, because this is sort of the first steps that you're taking to really let go and release, But there's some kind of higher unlearning, I'm hearing, higher unlearning related to knowing what to protect and what's in your best interest versus what you are just trying to avoid, right? So there's a difference, right? The way we approach energy, the way that we approach other people. Yeah, the way it's balance that we're looking for. Thank you so much, Spirit. Yeah, so there's forward movement on this particular healing that you're doing. You might feel like it's taking a long time, or it will, or like there's this feeling of like, oh, it's just going to take forever. It's just going to take forever. I don't think it's going to take as long as you think. And I think that it's going to unlock a whole lot more for you than you realize, Aries. A whole lot more. Trusting people is hard. It's not easy, especially when you've been burned. And, there's something about, it's not about just throwing caution to the wind and letting anyone in, right? It's about releasing the things that have happened to you so that you can start fresh. And you know that you're starting fresh when you're not bringing the past stuff with you in terms of fears that feel crushing is what I'm hearing. Yeah, fears that feel crushing. That's how you're going to start new. That's how it's going to be, opening things up for you and bringing in not just offers and people, but abundance, right? Abundance of friends, abundance of family, abundance and feeling prosperous of opportunity, abundant of love, abundant in heart, abundant in perspective, like the ways that our cup can overflow. Yeah, so I would say let go. Let go, because you're doing yourself and the opportunities coming justice, right? Justice is showing up here. So I think it's about you understanding that this new moon, it may seem like there's something that you're starting new, that there's a new project that you're beginning, but what it's actually about too is a subtle releasing of an old mindset that doesn't really serve you anymore. It just doesn't serve you anymore. And I'm just going to pull from the Hero's Journey or Dream Oracle for you, my darling Aries. Whoa, that wanted to come out. Dream Sanctuary, attend to the simple things. So this, I think, is a bit of a call to not get wrapped up in the big details, right? I feel like this is part of the way through a journey. And I think it is very important, 12-12 on the time, to look at how you've been tending to your energy before, but also to kind of take and hold space for yourself. Look at old patterns and past patterns and things that you're moving away from and liberating yourself from, yes. But also remember that there's the simplest things, the little details anchor you. It grounds change so that it doesn't feel like it's like, the dish ran away with the spoon. I don't know why that keeps coming up. I have not been doing any kind of fairy tale diving or anything like that. Stop and take in the view. Beautiful. Yeah, this is exactly where Spirit was hoping. I felt Spirit kind of pulling this journey forward and saying, there's just this little bit to let go of, but this full moon or this new moon has actually got some releasing energy to it, but I don't think you realize that it's going to happen in the way that you think, because there are ways that you are letting go just because by virtue alone of you starting new. So this is the card here. Stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. And that's hard-won lessons, right? And the blue in here tells me that there's some aspect or element of throat chakra connecting all of this together, right? Being able to speak your truth and stand in your power. And I think that speaking your truth is healing your ability to speak out and to speak truth and to, I guess, communicate freely. But this is also about what anchors this communication is a healed solar plexus chakra, which has to do with confidence and will and forward movement. And I think that this may be related to kind of healing that. And what I'm getting from this is really clearing out that solar plexus energy, which is beautiful energy. So this is just a little bit of a kind of snapshot. And I wanted to offer you some more guidance for this Aries new moon. It's interesting that this is sort of like, it's like turning the idea and the energy of new moons on its head a little bit, and getting you to just kind of see it a little bit differently, right? Just see it slightly differently. And I think that's going to serve you really well. So what you think is ending is actually beginning, and what is beginning is a subtle demonstration of an ending. I can't make that the title, but I can say that's really what we're looking at here, Aries. So I am going to leave it there, and then I will head over to the other readings afoot and unfolding for this new moon energy, and I will catch you on the next ones and on the myriad ways that you can connect with me on here. Thank you so much for your eyes and your time. Have a wonderful new moon. Take care.